Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the best and fastest way to complete the Dr. Dre contract in GTA 5 Online as a solo player. And after you complete this contract, you'll be earning over $2 million because this week the contract is paying out double money and double RP. So with that being said, if you go on to enjoy today's video, don't forget to go down below and drop a like on it for me. But now let's get into this amazing guide. So to start things off, what you first need to do is enter inside the agency and then go upstairs to your computer. Once you're at the computer, sign into it and then log in. Once you're logged in, click here where it says VIP contract. As you'll see, there is going to be 3 different leaks that we need to complete, which for each one of these individual leaks, there is going to be 3 different setups. So 9 setups in total, and then 1 more at the very end. So 10 setups in total that we are going to be doing for this entire contract. Alright, so getting started, the first leak that we need to complete is called the Nightlife leak, and the first setup for this leak is called the Nightclub, which this setup is really easy. Let's get into how to do it. So what you first need to do is go over to the Nightclub and then enter through the goods entrance, which is this garage door right here. Once you are inside the Nightclub, you'll see a whole bunch of security guards. What I recommend doing is taking them all out with a headshot because as you all know, a headshot is an instant kill and it's the fastest way to take them all out. Anyway, what you need to do though is start going through the entire nightclub the way that I'm going here all the way over to the 2nd floor. So make your way up these stairs and then onto the 2nd floor and then make your way into this main office. And once you are in the main nightclub office, you'll see the security tape that we are trying to locate is right on top of this desk. So go up to it and then click right D-pad to steal it. Once you did steal the security tape though, all we need to do from here is simply leave the nightclub, and then once you have left the nightclub, you then need to go back over to the agency, and then just like that, you are completely done doing this first setup mission. Okay, so getting into the second setup mission for the Nightlife leak, that is going to be called the Marina, and this setup is really easy. Let's get into it. So what you first need to do is head over to the Porto del Sol Marina, which is this dock right here where a whole bunch of boats are parked at, and then look for a green speedboat, which is called the Lampadati Toro. And then once you do locate the Lampadati Toro, from here enter inside the driver's seat and then drive it forward. Once you drive it a little bit forward, all we have to do from here is drive it all the way back, and now we can get out of this boat and get in any single one of our vehicle of choices and start heading out to the ocean. From here, once you are going over to the ocean, you should see some coordinates appear on your map, and that is going to be where the yacht is going to be located at. So from here, head over to that coordinate location. Once you do arrive over at the yacht, if you are in an Oppressor Mark II or some sort of vehicle with missiles, I do recommend blasting all the enemies with the missiles like I did here. And then once you do blast them all you need to do is try to enter in this main door here, but you'll see it will not let you enter. So after that, go to the bridge where it's telling you to go to, which is at the very top floor of the yacht, but keep in mind there will be some enemies, so just make sure you take them all out before entering inside the bridge. But once you are inside the bridge, once again, there will be 2 enemies inside of here, so take them out. And then once you do take them out, go over to this left side of this control panel and then click right D-pad to unlock the main cabin door. After you do that, go over here to the right side of this control panel and then click right D-pad once again to disable the air defense of this yacht. That way, once we leave, we can leave in any single air vehicle of our choice. After that, we can now exit the bridge and head over inside the cabin, which inside this cabin will be a whole bunch of more new enemies. So simply take them all out, and what you are looking for is some evidence, and the evidence is basically a Diamond Casino magazine, some CDs, and a laptop. This can either be on the top floor or the bottom floor. It's going to be on top of some type of table most likely, so just make sure you search every single room and also the top floor. Once you have took a picture of the evidence though, all we have to do from here is exit the main cabin and then get in any single vehicle of our choice, which can be an air vehicle because we did disable the air defense, and then leave this yacht. Once you fully leave the entire area, you are now completely done doing this setup. Okay, so getting into the finale now for the Nightlife leak, this one is really easy. All you first have to do is head over to the casino garage. Once you get to the casino garage, simply enter inside the garage, and then once you are all the way inside, go over to the elevator entrance and then enter inside of it. From here, you should now be on the penthouse level floors, so what we need to do now is try to find the correct penthouse to enter inside, which you should know the correct one because it will have a yellow circle in the front of it, so go over to it and then enter inside. Once inside, all we need to do is find the music promoter, which is this guy right here, walk up to him and then click right D-pad to try to steal his music equipment. After trying to steal his music equipment, you'll be put through a really quick cutscene, and after this cutscene, you'll have to fight all of his guards, chasing him through the entire casino over to the music locker. And this entire time that you will be chasing him through the entire casino over to the music locker, you will be having to fight a whole bunch of his guards. So make sure you are very careful because these guards do light you up a lot. Anyway though, once you did follow him all the way over to the music locker, you'll eventually see him in this VIP area. Simply take him out and then pick up his backpack. After that, all we have to do is leave the music locker by going over here up these stairs and then over to this elevator. From here, once you are out of the elevator, you now need to exit the casino entirely, find a random vehicle, and then head over to the agency. Once arrived over at the agency, you are now completely done doing the entire Nightlife leak. Okay, but it is now time to get into the high society leak, which for this leak, the first setup is called the Country Club, and this setup is really easy. Let's get into it. The first thing that you need to do is go over to the Pacific Bluffs where there is going to be a surveillance room that you need to hack inside of. So go up to the keypad, click right D-pad, and do this really easy hack where all you have to do is select the same numbers that it shows you at the top of your screen. After you successfully hacked inside, you'll now see 3 security guards inside the surveillance room. So first of all, take out all 3 of these security guards. After that, go up to this computer where you'll now have access to the security terminal, and then once you're at the computer logged in, simply do this really easy hack, which as you can see, I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to do this hack. Once we do complete the hack though, all we have to do is simply leave this surveillance room and then go over to the last known location of the limo driver. Once you do end up finding the limo in that last known location of where the limo was, simply blow it up. After that, go up to the driver's body and then click right D-pad to recover his wallet. After you recover his wallet, all you have to do from here is simply deliver it over to the agency, and then you are completely done doing this setup. Getting into the second setup for the high society leak, this one is called guest list, and this is a really easy setup. Let's get into it. So all you are doing for the guest list setup is simply going over to a location. This can either be where I'm going here or also one other location, but whichever location it is, once you arrive over there, you will see a whole bunch of guards surrounding the entire location. It's really important to make sure that you don't use anything too explosive and also that you are very careful because you do need to take out all of these guards, and yes, every single one of them except for the lawyer that we are looking for. So just be very careful because sometimes the lawyer can be close to other guards, and of course you don't want to accidentally shoot the lawyer. Anyway, once you do take out all of the guards, go up to the lawyer and then shoot him with the stun gun. Once you do stun him, go up to his body and then click right D-pad, and then you'll be put through a quick cutscene of you putting his body inside of the back of this car. And then from here, all you have to do is deliver this car with him in the back over to the agency, and just like that, we are completely done doing this setup. Alright, but now it is time to do the finale for the high society leak, which honestly might be the hardest setup out of all of the leaks for the Dr. Dre contract, but don't worry, with this guide, you should have no problems. So getting things started, the very first thing that you need to do is go over to the billionaire's mansion. Once you're over there, click right D-pad to actually enter through the main gate, and before entering, I recommend calling out some sort of fast vehicle like a vigilante or some sort of really fast car and park it right here at the very front. Once you park your vehicle of choice at the very front gate, what you then need to do is enter inside the billionaire's mansion and then take the exact way that I'm going right here. Once you do get to this point here, you should see the message at the bottom middle of your screen where it says search for Dr. Dre's music source, go away. Once that goes away, from here, all you have to do is go over here to where I'm about to go on top of this building right here. Once on top of this part of the roof, it is really easy up here because no guards should be able to shoot you and you also have really good cover, but from here, literally just shoot and take out as many guards as you can. And then eventually you should see a message at the bottom middle of your screen that says trash the party. As soon as you get that message at the bottom middle of your screen, around 1 minute after that message, you will be going through the actual cutscene of the billionaire leaving in his helicopter. So just make sure that once it is about to hit 1 minute after it said trash the party, that you go on top of this part of the roof and you have your Widowmaker or some sort of minigun ready on hand. That way, once the cutscene ends, all you have to do is literally just blast the helicopter as many times as you can with this minigun, and it should get the health down quite a bit, as you can see. Now, I personally have never got the helicopter completely down all the way to 0 health, but as you can see, I got pretty close right now. It's completely fine though. That is why we parked our fast car at the front gate. So all we have to do from here is go over to that car, get inside of it, and chase down that helicopter. As you can see, the car that I called out was a Vigilante, which if you called out this same car, you can actually blast a helicopter with missiles like I did. But if you don't have a Vigilante, it's really easy to catch the helicopter. You can literally just be in some sort of really fast car, go all the way in front of the helicopter, hop out, and then blast it with a Widowmaker for a little bit once again until the health is at 0. Anyway, once you got the billionaire's helicopter health completely down, all you have to do from here is get out of your vehicle of choice and then blow yourself up 3 times. That way the mission completely ends. And then once the mission completely ends, all you have to do is click restart and then wait until you reload into the mission. As you'll see, once you fully load back into the same mission, you'll actually be at the location where the billionaire's helicopter crashed at. You'll also notice once you do spawn in at this location that after you'll be put through the cutscene of the billionaire's helicopter actually crashing, and then once it crashes, all you have to do is get in your vehicle of choice, which should be right here next to you, and then drive it over here to the billionaire's helicopter that is crashed literally right here in front of us. Once you do go over to the billionaire's helicopter, take him out and then pick up his phone. Once you pick up his phone, all you have to do from here is deliver this over to the agency, and then you are completely done doing this High Society leak finale. Okay, so now getting into the very last leak. This is called the South Central leak, and the first setup for this leak is called Davis, and this setup is really easy. Let's get into it. So what you first need to do is go over to Chamberlain Hills, where you then need to enter inside the cavalcade with Vernon and then drive over to the location. Once you do arrive over at Cypress Flats, you'll then need to interrupt the deal, and the deal is pretty easy to interrupt because as you'll see, you do have some people helping you out take out the dealers. Anyway, once you take out all of the dealers, it'll then tell you to steal this van with the equipment inside of it, but you can't get inside the van until Vernon is inside. So once he gets inside the passenger, get inside this van and then deliver it over to the location. And then just like that, once you deliver the van with equipment over to the drop-off, you are now completely done doing this first setup. Okay, so getting into the second setup for the South Central leak, this one is called the Ballas, and this mission is really easy. Let's get into it. All you first have to do is go over to the cavalcade location, which once you enter inside the cavalcade, you should be in here with Vernon, and he will tell you to go over to one of 3 locations. Whenever you do arrive over at the location, you'll see it is going to literally be a whole huge gang standoff fight. So what you need to do as soon as you hop out of this vehicle is immediately take cover and start shooting the rival enemies. And I will warn you right now, there is going to be a whole bunch of waves of these enemies, so just make sure that you are in a really good area with cover, that way they don't take you out immediately. Anyway, once you do help defend the families and take out a whole bunch of the rival enemies, eventually you should see a message at the bottom middle of your screen that says follow Vernon. From here, of course, go follow Vernon. Once you follow Vernon the entire way through, you should eventually end up at a garage entrance. From here, enter inside the garage and you'll now see Vernon interrogating P. After he fully interrogates P and the whole cutscene is done, all you then have to do is simply exit this garage and then leave the area, and just like that, you are completely done doing this setup. Alright, it is now time to do the finale for the South Central leak, and this finale is really easy. All you first have to do is go meet Vernon and P at the Davis Mega Mall. Once you do arrive over at the Mega Mall, you'll then see Vernon and P right here in this convoy. All you have to do is follow their convoy all the way over to the Rancho Projects. Once you do arrive over at the Rancho Projects, you'll then see you go through a really cool cutscene of the Vagos here at their hideout with their lowriders. After this cutscene though, you, Vernon, and P will then pop out with all of your weapons and have to take out all of the Vagos. As you'll see, there will be a lot of Vagos, but luckily they are really easy to take out. All you have to do is take out all of the Vagos, and then eventually one of them will take off inside of the lowrider. Once that one Vago does take off with the lowrider and you get past that cutscene, immediately run over to your vehicle and then chase down that lowrider. Once you chase him down, shoot the driver by taking him out, and then once you do take out the driver of the lowrider, go over to the lowrider and then enter inside of it. Once inside, all you then have to do is drive this lowrider all the way back over to the agency, and just like that, we are completely done doing the entire South Central League finale. Okay, so since we completed all 3 of the different leaks, we now only have one last setup to do, but this setup you can only start by going over to this yellow circle inside the agency and then clicking right D-pad to start it. So this setup mission is called Studio Time, and it's a really easy mission. All you are doing is going over to Record A's studios, and then once you are over there, you need to take out a whole bunch of hired gunmen that are guarding the front entrance. And I'm warning you right now, there is going to be a whole bunch of hired gunmen, so make sure you are definitely snacking up and also using armor. Anyway, once you took them all out, you then should be able to enter inside the Record A studio, so simply enter inside, and then once you are inside, what you then need to do is take out a whole bunch more of hired gunmen. Just make sure that you are very careful while taking out these hired gunmen, because you are basically going through a whole studio, and there is some areas inside the studio where they can really light you up and you can't take them out really fast. So just make sure you are very careful, that way they don't take you out. But yeah, once you took out all of the hired gunmen and you made your way over to the control room, you should now be in a cutscene with Dr. Dre, and this cutscene is around 3 minutes long, but after this cutscene you'll then be done with the very last setup, and then we are now ready to do the finale. Okay, so getting into the finale, this is called Don't F with Dre, and funny enough, the finale of this contract is probably the easiest part of the entire contract. So all you have to do is go over to Johnny Gunn's last known location, which is over here at the rail yard, and once you arrive over here, you'll see he immediately gets inside of his Mustang and then gets out of here. Once he leaves the area, all you then have to do is fight all of his hired gunmen, which there won't be too many of, but once you take out all of his hired gunmen, what you then need to do is get any single vehicle and head over to LSIA. Once you arrive over there, what you then need to do is enter inside this hangar through the side door, and you'll see 2 enemies. Just simply take them out with a headshot and then go through these 2 doors. Once through these 2 doors, make sure you definitely take your time from here on out by taking out the hired gunmen one by one, because trust me, you do not want to fight all of these hired gunmen at once, because there is at least 50 hired gunmen inside of here. So I recommend using the angles to your advantage, making sure that you are only fighting one hired gunman at a time, and of course, if you are losing health, make sure that you are constantly snacking up and also using armor, because you do not want to lose any lives. But it also does not really matter if you do die once, because you do have 2 different lives, so just make sure you don't die more than 2 times during this finale. Anyway though, as long as you took your time going through the entire hangar, taking out the hired gunmen one by one, also making sure to snack up, once you go around the entire hangar, you should eventually end up at this part right here where this staircase is at. So from here, go up these 2 flights of stairs, and up here should be Johnny Gunn. So just shoot him a couple times and he should drop down. From here, go up to him and click right D-pad, and then you'll be put through another cutscene that is going to last around 3 minutes. And after that cutscene of you witnessing Dr. Dre absolutely beat up Johnny Guns with that golf club, you'll then be put through another quick cutscene of you and Dr. Dre skirting off in an Itali GTB over to his drop-off location. Which, as you can see, all we have to do is take Dr. Dre over to the Pacific Bluffs Country Club, and then once we drop him off over at the Country Club, you'll then once again be put through one more cutscene. But this cutscene is definitely more fast than all of the other ones. All you are doing is literally just witnessing Dr. Dre get in his helicopter and then slowly go off into the sunset. But yeah, anyway, once he does go off all the way into the sunset, here's exactly how much money you'll get paid. As you can see, $2 million, and also take a look at the RP. It's also not too shabby, 3,600 RP. Keep in mind, we definitely got more RP than that because we did get RP during all of the leaks. Anyway, that is now going to be the end of today's video. You officially now know the best and also the fastest way possible to complete the Dr. Dre contract in GTA 5 Online to earn yourself over $2 million very easily in just around 1 hour. If you enjoyed the video or if it helped you out in any way, please do me a favor in return by dropping a like on the video if you haven't already, and of course making sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. But until next time, I will see you all in my very next GTA 5 Online video. Peace.